Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me here on What's Brewing with Gigi and Russell today. Russell's going to be joining us in just a few moments. But before we get into all the forecasts of the day, hope you're all having a great Wednesday, almost to the end of the week, hump day. Hopefully you enjoyed your last few days. Yesterday and Monday were nice and sunny. Today, not really the same story. We're seeing humid temperatures out there. We're seeing some rain showers in some areas, and it sounds like that'll be kind of what we're going to be seeing throughout the day today. Russell will have more of a look on that in just a few moments, but before we get into it, we do have a story about New Bern, New Bern's MumFest, which is this weekend. Hello, Russell. Good morning. So we're talking about the possibility of rain and wind gusts and all of these wet weather patterns for this weekend, just in time for MumFest.
Just in time, indeed. And I mean, when we're talking about like just rain, we're not just seeing a few casual showers. We're talking heavy downpours, strong gusty winds, even some coastal flooding to be concerned about. So we're going to break down those details coming up in just a moment, but it just goes to show you how quickly our weather can change.
Yeah, I know. We've been talking about it, just how we're seeing all the different seasons just even in like a few days rather than just a whole week. But yeah, we're talking about these potential rain chances, and we actually did speak with some of the organizers and vendors who are going to be a part of MumFest this weekend, just asking them what their contingency plan is, what they're hoping to do in case the rain does start to come down and the wind gusts start to pick up. But it does sound like rain or shine. They're looking to have a really great weekend.
And see, that's one of the key things here. It's like even with the coastal disturbance still thinking about approaching our area, rain or shine, they're still ready to have a good time.
Yeah.
So that's really the Eastern Carolina spirit. You know, we can handle pretty much just about anything thrown at us, and
Totally.
We'll see how it goes as we go into the weekend.
Absolutely. All right, well, let's take a look at what some of the organizers had to say, what their plans are for the moment, and obviously time will tell.
Yep.
We'll see how the rain actually holds up on this weekend.
Rain or shine is both the question leading up to Saturday and Sunday's MumFest and the plan.
Have never canceled a MumFest. We did reschedule the one after Hurricane Florence. I think it was about 3 weeks later, so it was just a reschedule. But I think there could have been one years ago that got canceled, but we've always just had a rain or shine events.
And while the festival will happen regardless of potential rain, organizers Swiss Bear and New Bern are still taking precautions.
It's just a matter of we're going to watch the wind gusts on Friday, and so it could possibly impact what time we do load in based on what those wind gusts are. But again, for us, it's still too far out. We did have a meeting with the city this morning.
Karen Sullivan, the executive director at Swiss Bear, also said the city is going to play it by ear as far as setting up the Mum Arch in tents. They're also looking into alternative spots if needed. Regardless of what happens, vendor Lindsay Sims says she has good memories of MumFest even in the rain.
I was on the rides with my kids down at the circle, and the bottom fell out right after. And it was just kind of this fun little dash, you know, where we just ran to the car. But it was really fun, and we just made the most of it.
Organizers and vendors say they're especially excited about the event's focus on Eastern Carolina vendors.
And offered a discount to the local food trucks to try to get them to come and be a part of MumFest, so it feels more like a hometown festival again. And we had a lot of them take us up on that, so we're really excited to have local food trucks. And
I like the glass half full mentality here,
Yeah.
especially the one woman who mentioned talking about the last time that there was a MumFest and there was rain during it. It was more of a fun memory to hold rather than just, I feel like every year sometimes they blend, but maybe when there's rain in there, you'll always remember, remember the MumFest where it poured rain?
And it kind of reminds me of that MumFest. I believe there was one a couple of years ago where we had like some light rain showers, and it wasn't bad. I mean, it was like, you know, casual sprinkles here and there, and then we had some gusty breezes from time to time, and then it kind of, everything sort of calmed down. But overall, I am looking forward to at least going to MumFest this year.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to, you know, interacting with folks, and then especially the food vendors this year.
Yes.
It's looking good. There's a charcuterie
Oh, no way.
vendor. Yeah.
Oh, that's
So I'm
awesome.
pretty excited for
We'll have
that,
to
yeah.
check that out for sure. Because, yeah, you'll be there Sunday.
Yep.
I'll be there with Jim and a few other of our WITN folks on Saturday, Saturday morning, if you want to come say hi. I'd love to meet all of you great people out there, and also just take part in all of the activities, taking a look at all the vendors. I know that there are many, many local vendors. Also, I want to take home some mums.
Okay.
Yeah.
For decoration?
Yes, I feel like
Okay.
I need like a pot of mums just like right on my doorstep. I feel like it really adds some kind of, fall feel.
It'll give you kind of more of that, like you said, fall feel. Kind of reminds you a little bit more of, it kind of reminds me more of like Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So it kind of gets you back into that spirit, because, when you don't have it, especially with all the weather that we're seeing right now, where this morning it felt like it was like late July, early August.
Yes,
At least in
yes.
terms of the humidity. Now it doesn't feel too bad, and
Okay.
for anybody that is basically big into collecting plants, I know for me, I have like a nice little aloe vera plant, and
Oh, nice, yeah.
sometimes I stick it outside, especially if it's going to be raining. Today's one of those days where you may just want to put it out there for a little bit. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Let me know how that journey goes with your mums.
I will.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask our coworker Elise Sandlin, who just also got a few mums from one of the local pumpkin patches.
Yeah.
So I'll have to ask her how she's taking care of it,
Okay.
because I'm not very well versed in taking care of plants besides watering them every so often.
Yeah. I believe if you water them like twice or 3 times a day, like not heavily, of course, but like let them sit out in the sun for a little bit. And
Okay.
then on top of that, add some crushed eggshells. Like there's always like
Oh.
some secret hacks that you can
Okay,
use.
yeah, I
to-
haven't heard that one before.
Yeah, like so depending on the type of plant that you have, you'd be surprised with the different like combinations you can use. Like some people use
Interesting.
baking powder, use eggshells, use salt, pepper, like all kinds of stuff.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
The more you know.
Yeah.
Well, now let's talk about weather. Let's talk about all this rain that we're going to be seeing, some that we've already kind of seen this morning in some areas,
Mm-hmm.
and what we're going to be expecting later today.
Absolutely. We're definitely watching out for some rain showers throughout today. And right now we're seeing overcast skies across several spots. Right now this is a live look at Goldsboro. We're seeing temperatures generally sitting into the low 70s and even some upper 60s beginning to mix in as of right now. So again, not looking too bad at the moment, but as we take a look at temperatures across the east, sitting at 64 in Jacksonville, 75 in Hatteras. We're running several degrees warmer than it was around this time yesterday, mostly due to those southeasterly breeze present. And so we'll be tracking some rain showers along with king tides along the coast. And then going into Thursday, we'll see mainly dry, cool, and breezy conditions. And then heading into the weekend, watching out for more rain and gusty winds around 20 to 30 miles per hour. And our temperature tracking forecast essentially will reach our high temperature around lunchtime, 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon. But then notice that steep drop going from 79 at 6 p.m. to about 56 there going into tomorrow morning. So we'll definitely see a nice drop in the temperatures. First alert live radar showing some showers across Goldsboro and Greensboro, Charlotte area, and then even north of Raleigh. But as we go through the late morning into the afternoon, look at that swath of heavy rain all the way from Kenansville to Kinston, Greenville, even stretching back towards Washington to Plymouth. Heavy rain likely setting up, but then quickly clearing the coast as we head into the evening hours. And then going into the overnight, we'll see some scattered clouds sticking around throughout parts of Thursday morning. And then as we go into the next 7 days, we'll see some heavy rain locking in, even going into Saturday and Sunday. So again, a lot that we're watching. Plus, we do have coastal flood advisories active for all the counties that you see shaded in the green. So again, we'll be watching this over the coming days, but be sure to have maybe your WITN First Alert weather app for the latest information, as we'll be timing out those rain chances. 70% chance Saturday into Sunday.
All right, so yeah, looking at today, we're seeing that rain coming in. We've seen a little bit, but you did mention later today. What's the timing on that again? What are we looking at?
Generally around 2 to about 5 p.m. is
Okay.
when the heaviest of the rain will arrive.
Got it. So that could be kind of cutting into after school activities, post work, commute, things like that. So just being careful outside. But you did also mention on air, maybe it's just fun for the kids to go outside and play in the rain.
Yeah, because I mean, let's think about it. Okay, Gigi, I'm a 90s baby, so here's the deal. Rain or shine, my mother threw me out there.
You're going
She
outside.
said, you're going outside. So you can handle a little bit of rain. What is the worst that a few raindrops is going to do?
Yeah, I mean, if you just end up rolling around in the grass or the dirt, maybe mom or dad's gonna have a little bit of laundry.
I didn't get that dirty now. I didn't roll in no grass and dirt, but at least, ran around in the rain, maybe
Totally.
splashed into some puddles a
Yeah,
little
that's
bit.
fun.
But I mean, it builds character at the end of the day.
I know,
So, yeah, that's the
and
thing.
like we said before with MumFest, it also gives you a lot of memories to hold on to. Like,
Yeah, you can kind of think back at, remember that storm from like 5-10 years ago?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it just goes to show you that, you got to have moments like that, I guess, as a person.
Yeah.
Even as an adult, granted, most of us are kind of busy dealing with the 9 to 5, so we're not really focused on that. But every once in a while, you got to let your hair down. So
Yeah, why not? But also talking about the rest of the forecast, so it actually looks like tomorrow is going to be fine. We're looking pretty dry.
Yeah, pretty dry, but a bit breezy.
Okay.
So we'll have northeast
to
winds
know.
around 10 to 15 miles an hour. We can see wind gusts topping out 25, close to 30. So if you are going towards the coast tomorrow, or if you live near any sound side areas, just keep that in mind.
Okay, and then it sounds like those wind gusts are going to be sticking around and getting gustier
Yeah.
into the weekend.
Even going into Friday, Saturday, Sunday could be quite concerning. We can see wind gusts as high as 40 miles an hour across a few spots. So again, we have to unpack a lot when it comes to this forecast, but we always want to let you know, be sure to have the WITN First Alert Weather app. That way, any changes that do occur, we can give you the update right at the moment.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Russell. And thank you, everyone, for joining us this morning. Just want to say hello and good morning to everyone watching us, sending us some messages through our comments section on Facebook. Good morning to Tony. Tony saying top of the morning to us.
And also George as well. He says, good morning, Gigi and Russell. Hope you're having a great day. We hope so, George, as well. And also Tony, again, Tony, big fan. Thank you again for tuning in. And also for everybody else that's joining in. We have a few viewers that's watching right now. So have a great Wednesday. It's hard to keep up with the days of the week sometimes.
I know,
Now I know
especially
how
because-
Jim feels.
Yeah. Especially because you've been on so many different schedules. I mean, thank you so much for being here on the morning shift.
Oh yeah,
but you also do days,
I always love
you do
filling in
nights.
for Jim. Gigi, having fun with Gigi is
It's
so
always a
much
great
fun.
time.
Oh, yeah, always.
Yeah, we always make the mornings fun, because sometimes waking up in the middle of the night, especially when you're on a normal day schedule, sometimes
Yeah.
it can be a challenge.
Yeah, going from that transition of doing 9 to 6 and then 2 to 10 or
Yeah.
2 to 1 p.m. because I got to be here for the noon
Right.
as well, and then turning back around and then going back on evening shows, that can be a lot. So
Yep.
again, we're watching that closely. And Chrissy, good morning to you as well.
Yeah, good morning. Well, thank you again for joining us. We're going to be back again at 8 o'clock for another news and weather update, so hope you can join us then. But otherwise, have a wonderful day. Stay dry out there.
Thank you.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by Toyota of Goldsboro.